What's up, everybody? Just doing a quick video on the inside of a Pioneer DJM-500. This is the older one. Kind of their first real 4-channel professional mixer. This is what the inside looks like. You got your meters here. These actually come out, which is kind of cool. You can pop these little black covers off and pull them off, which is nice to clean these because they get a little dusty. And they pop back on real easy. They just slip on, clip back in. It's pretty easily, just like that. It's back in. What I'm going to be doing on it today, and I replaced this pot right here. It was loose and it was missing a screw. What I'm going to be doing is replacing the headphone jack. Well, a lot of people may have noticed that the headphone jack on these wears out pretty quick. It's relatively cheap, kind of wiggles a little bit, and the one earmuff kind of cuts out, so the one channel on the headphones kind of cuts out. So what I'm going to be doing is replacing it with this guy. It's a little gold-plated headphone jack, whereas this one's just plastic, you know. So replacing it with the relatively high-quality piece, and in order to do that, all I'm going to do is pop this out right here. So real quick, you can see I took that little cheap little clip off, and then just pop this out, and then I can do all my work on this right here. This unfortunately does not detach from the board. It's just held on by wires. There's no little plugs, but as you can see, it's just a little thing, and all I'm going to do is just replace it, just pop it out, and I'll show you that when I'm done. And now what we have here is just the raw circuit board with nothing on it. As you can see, this is where the little headphone jack goes. This is the one that was on it. Just took a second to take off. I definitely recommend anybody who wants to try, you know, quick little home repairs like this. I definitely recommend getting a solder sucker. I don't have one, and it's definitely a little bit of a pain. So definitely good idea to get a solder sucker. But anyways, kind of came off pretty easy, and so now all I'm gonna do is just pop this guy on where that one was, and I'll show you that in a second. And that's what it looks like, all done right there. The soldering job isn't super nice. It's kind of ghetto, kind of crappy, but it works. It's on there, and I'm just gonna pop it in and plug it in, test her out, and see how it works. And here's what it looks like, kind of all put back together. The other thing I opted to do here is I decided to take this guy out, this little clip that they include, which didn't do a very good job of holding the old headphone jack in, and I decided to replace it with a screw. So now it's really on there, and it's not going to wiggle at all, which is nice. Kind of makes the jacking in and out of the headphone a lot easier. Another thing you can do on the DJM-500 that's really pretty easy fix is these little Q buttons. I don't know if it's the same on the 700 and the 600, the 800. I don't know if it's the same on those, but you may notice after a while they kind of wear out and they get kind of loose, and they just kind of hang out in there. And what you can do is you can actually pop them out of this faceplate. You can take them off the faceplate, and what'll happen is this little hinge, you can see it's plastic, it'll break, and so all you got to do is just pop some super glue on it real quick. It's kind of out of focus, but you just pop some super glue on it and the joints, and it sticks right back together, and then you don't have to worry about that the little just looseness of it, and it's kind of a lot more comfortable to use. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little more super glue on there. You can see, leave it about 10 or 15 minutes to dry, maybe a little longer, and you just pop it right back in, just clips right in. So here we have the DJM-500 all plugged in, everything's put back on, all the knobs put back on. Make sure if you take stuff apart, put all your knobs and screws and stuff in like a little piece of Tupperware or on a towel or something so you don't lose them. But anyways, everything's back on, works good, as you can hear. Nice working mixer. Nice sounding mixer, has a nice EQ, nice effects and stuff, some kind of cool, nice cool features overall, pretty well built. This is a relatively old unit at this point, but it's still really well built and held up pretty well. The headphones work really good. The new jack's a lot nicer. This little gold-plated jack. Headphones I'm using are the Sony MDR V6. A lot of people have probably seen these before. They're pretty standard. Nice thing about them is they're inexpensive, they're comfortable, and they sound pretty good for the price. They sound a little nicer, I think, in my opinion, than the Pioneers, and they're a little bit cheaper. Pretty durable. They're just overall solid headphone, and I like the nice. This is a nice new jack here. Has a nice satisfying click when you pop it in and out. Doesn't wiggle around a whole lot. It's in there pretty solid. Very similar to this Denon DJM-500. This is a very, very solid mixer. I highly recommend this to anybody who's getting a rack mount mixer. This is the way to go. But as you can see, this has the gold-plated headphone jack also. Nice satisfying click with that one too. And sounds a lot nicer now. Works in both channels of the headphones. Now it wasn't really earlier. But overall, I'm happy with it. It's a good mixer, and I recommend it to anybody who's looking for a sturdy DJ mixer with a lot of features. So yeah, have a good one. Practice and enjoy.